Um, and again, a block and a blanket for class. We're going to start on our backs laying now. We're going to get into some breathing work. We're going to do some mobility work, a little Pilates stuff based around the core. Now you have to understand everything we do is actually core work, right? Our core consists from here to here. So this is all our core. And so literally everything we do is core work. However, we can do specific muscle activation for our actual abdominals. I just want to differentiate those two things because I think we think of like core work has to be just here. These are muscles here that we need to support us, but we need a functional, movable core to have a really good time in our bodies. All right, that's my spiel. And now we're going to go. I'm going to pin, if you have questions or special requests, please drop it in the chat box. So happy you all came today. Spotlight, so you have me. And let's go laying on our backs on the floor. So you're going to lay, let's just go onto our backs. Knees will be bent. And have your block or pillow nearby, okay? And then someone give me a heads up, thumbs up. Can you hear me okay? Light's okay today? Thumbs up for Floyd, yeah? Okay, good. All right, so laying on your back and just kind of get comfortable here on your back. So I want you to make any like adjustments that you need. Scooch around a little bit. Let's lift the pelvis up a little bit, lengthen it forward. Go ahead and lift up your head and scoot your ribs kind of back, up and back, so you get a little longer there, and then lengthen back down onto the ground. Feet are a little bit wide, and then bring your hands onto your low belly, and just close your eyes, and allow your body, your feet, your pelvis, the back of the ribs, the shoulders, and the base of the head to just drop downward. I want you to make connection with the floor. And so we want to arrive in our bodies and in our space before we start to move. And so just start to feel the places that your body is making contact with the floor. We have the feet, the pelvis, the rib cage, the shoulders, and the base of the head, back of the head. And then I want you to place your attention onto the low belly and just notice if there's any movement here. So we're just going to notice if there's breath here. When you breathe naturally, are you aware of any movement here in the low belly? Just however subtle, just bring your awareness and attention to your low belly. Just another moment noticing the subtlety of breath that might be here. And then I want you to bring your hands to your low ribs. So kind of palms on the sides and then fingers over the top and just hold onto the ribs here. Just gentle, my hands are just here. And I want you to see if you can observe any breath here. Is there movement here as you breathe? Just notice the breath in your body. Our breath is our direct connection to literally the center of our body and our core. So we're just observing first if there's movement in these areas. Tapping into your natural rhythm of your body. And then bring your hands to your upper chest, just underneath your collarbones. Easy shoulders, make sure the shoulders stay wide, and just observe any movement here. So the breath is natural. You're just feeling your body move under your hands. Great. And then let's keep one hand on your chest and bring one hand onto that low belly. Remember, our structure, our body stays heavy, but we're going to add a deeper breathing work here. So you're going to inhale into the belly, and you're going to rise the breath up all the way to your hands. So you go from belly to ribs to hand. You're going to pause, and then we're going to let the breath fall back out. Okay, so inhale, go into your low belly, inhale. Let the breath rise up to the ribs, to the upper hand. Hold for a moment. And then exhale, let it go. Just let the breath fall out. We're going to do this 5 times. So inhale, low belly, mid-ribs, chest, really fill up like you're filling up a balloon. And then exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose, fill up, belly, ribs, chest, and exhale, let it go. You have 2 more times. Do this on your pace. Maybe you're going to get a bigger inhale, maybe a more full inhale, but do 2 more. Really fill up, fill up, fill up. Make sure there's a pause at the top, and then just on your exhale, let it all go. Your last one, really bring that breath into the body. Pull it in, expand through the body with your breath. When you exhale, just let it go. All right, if your eyes were closed, open the eyes. Let's make cactus arms with our arms. Feet are wide. We're going to inhale, just let the legs flop to the right. So my hip's going to go, my legs are going to go, my chest is staying easy. Real easy, just a little bit of leg movement. We're going to inhale, come back through center, or exhale, come back through center, and then inhale, take the legs the other way. The legs go, the hip goes. Let it be easy. In, come back to center, and then let the legs fall to the right. My feet are wide, so I have space between the legs, so I can get a little bit of just mobility here. And we come back through center, rolling the pelvis back to the floor, and then we let the legs go to the left. Nice and easy. Come back through center, legs to the right. One more to the left. Come back to center, and legs to the left. And then bring yourself back to center. From here, bring your arms by your side. We're going to bring our awareness to the pelvis for a little pelvic rocking like we do when we stand. So we're going to take an inhale. On your exhale, draw the pubic bone up the front of the body, or you could also think about making my back flush to the mat. The spine is getting longer. I'm not scrunched. I'm lengthening the tailbone towards my heels, which allows my low back to get longer and flush to the mat. And then let your tailbone tip away, which is going to create a natural arc of the back. Okay, we're going to do this a few times. So tailbone curls under, back is going to go flush, but it's getting longer. We're not crunched. And then we're going to take tailbone down. It creates a little arch. You can make this a big motion. You can make this a small motion. You can think of the pelvis like a bowl of water, and you're spilling that bowl of water towards your chest. And then you're spilling that bowl of water towards your feet. So if you're an imagery person, you can use that image of water. If you're a structural, more anatomy type person, you can think of tailbone motion. Tipping down and drawing up. Let's do 2 more. Let this be easy. We're just waking up, starting to create some mobility around the tissues of your low back. And then find neutral. Find that place between those 2 positions. Bring your feet a little closer together. We're going to keep your pelvis. Let's place our hands on those hip bones. Just your right leg is going to open out to the side. These are all subtle movements we're starting with. Just the leg opens out like a butterfly wing. I want you to keep your pelvis neutral. Pelvis stays still. And then the leg comes back to center. So let's inhale, the leg opens out. Your pelvis is going to stay still. And then the exhale brings the leg back in. So inhale, opens. Again, these are subtle motions, subtle movements. Exhale, come back. Inhale, let the leg open. And exhale, draw the leg back. We'll do 1 more this side. Inhale, the leg opens like a butterfly. Exhale, brings it back. Okay, let's go the other side. Pelvis stays still. Inhale, leg opens to the side. Exhale, draw it back in. Now, could you feel like your exhale, when you exhale, that you deepened the belly, and that's what helped to pull the leg back in? So the inhale, the leg opens. When you exhale, there's this deepening, gentle deepening or drawing down of the belly. And we'll just do 2 more. Inhale, let the leg open, your pelvis stays still. Exhale, the leg comes back. Last time like this. Inhale. And exhale, the leg comes back. Keep the legs here. Take your arms to the sky. We're going to reach to the ceiling like you could touch your fingertips to the sky, which brings your shoulder blades wide on your back. And then you're going to reach back overhead, reach behind you. Stretch open the armpits. Notice what the ribs do. And then bring your arms back to center. Reach up, touch the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, reach back. Stretch behind you, feel like you are stretching the side body. and then bring the arms back over the shoulders. 2 more times. We reach up, we reach back. Use your breath, and then come back to center. Reach up, touch the ceiling. Keep the chest wide as you reach back behind you. Stretch your armpits, and then come back to center. Now from here, we're going to bring our hands together, and we're going to reach our upper body. I'm going to reach up, and I'm going to reach my fingers towards the right. My left shoulder is going to come away from the ground. My head's going to roll. It's a little rotation, and then I come back to center. I reach up. I'm going to reach the other way, reaching on a diagonal and away from the body. So I'm not scrunching my shoulder, my left shoulder. I'm reaching away, and then I come back. Let's do it again. We reach across and over. Let your head just roll. Feel that mobility and the stretch in the upper back, and then come back to center. Reach up and over. Come back to center. Can we do one more each side? Reach. Let your head roll. And back to center. Exhale to reach across in that diagonal. Inhale back to center, and then separate the hands, separate the arms to a big T position, opening out to the sides. Palms are facing up, shoulders are dropping down onto the ground. We're going to go into a little bridging, so we're going to feet are neutral, hip width distance. Take an inhale. We're going to curl tailbone under like we just did, spill the water toward your chest, and then you're going to peel the spine away from the floor, one vertebra at a time, like your spine was a piece of tape that was stuck to the floor, and you're going to peel it up, just up to those shoulder blades. We're going to pause here, take an inhale. On our exhale, we're going to start to roll back down. Your arms will go up overhead, sliding along the floor as you roll down through the spine. Rolling all the way down. And then the hands are going to come behind the head, interlace them. We'll take an inhale. On exhale, lift head and shoulders off the ground. Look between the knees. Inhale, roll through the upper back down. Take your arms back to your T position, inhaling. Exhale, curl tailbone under, roll up. We'll do a little combo here. Take our time, rolling up. Now when I roll up, I want to make sure I keep weight on my feet and I didn't transfer all the way up into my head. So there's shoulders, there's weight, and there's weight on my feet. Now here, take an inhale. When we exhale, we're going to start to roll back down, and you'll let the arms circle up towards the ears as you roll down through the spine. Taking a long exhale, interlace your hands behind the head, and head floats up. Lift head and shoulders off the ground. Let your head be carried by your hands, deep in the belly, look toward your knees, and then you roll, undulate through the upper back down. Arms go to your T. 2 more times. Inhale. On your exhale, curl tailbone under, peel the spine away from the floor. Send your thigh bones forward over your feet. Turning the pelvis under, get long. Feel the body with breath. Inhale. On the exhale, you roll down through the spine as your arms circle up overhead. Take your time. Slowly all the way down. When you reach the floor, interlace your hands behind the head. Exhale, head floats up. Inhale, roll back down. Arms out to a T position. Inhale. Exhale, curl through the spine, roll up. Send your thigh bones forward over your feet. Lift the pubic bone to the sky. Take a big breath here, inhaling. Find your legs. Exhaling, rolling down. Arms slide back behind you. Take your time, sliding, rolling. And then inhale, the hands come behind the head. Exhale, you head float up. Now here, let's stay in our head float and just heat up our center a little bit with a little pulsing. Okay, so we're going to do 10 pulses. You're going to take an inhale. Pulsing is coming from the belly. We're going to do little pulses. Exhale, 1, 2. I'm not pulling on my head. I'm drawing my ribs towards my hips, and I'm lifting up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Roll back down. Inhale. Let's just do one more like that. Exhale, we float up. Find that exhale, and we begin. Inhale, we exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Pause, inhale, and exhale, rolling back down. All right, grab your right leg, right shin, pull it into your chest, send your left leg long along the floor. Nice flexed feet. Both feet are flexed. You can hold, and knee people, you can hold on behind your thigh as well, and or onto your shin. That also, if you hold on behind your thigh, you'll have a little less pull on that hip flexor. So find what feels better, shin or back of your thigh. And then you're going to reach your leg that's on the floor. Could you reach that leg away from you a little bit? Could you feel like you were lengthening that left leg away and down into the floor? And then give me a little ankle circle with your right foot. Ankle circle. Kind of big circles with that foot. Can you relax your shoulders? And then big circles the other way. Beautiful. All right, and then let's bring our hands, everyone, behind your thigh. And you're going to push your thigh into your hands a little bit, and then you're going to stretch up to the sky any amount. My pelvis stays relaxed onto the mat. And then I bend. I'm going to pull in. I push out into my hands. I reach through my heel to the sky. I bend, pull in, press into my hand, reach up, reach through your heel. One more time like that. Nice and easy. We're just pumping some blood flow through the leg and getting a little stretch in our hamstring. Bend, pull in, push into your hands, stretch up, stay here. Bring your arms to your side. So I might need to bend the knee quite a bit. Some of us might need to bend the knee and or bend your lengthened leg, okay? Because I want the pelvis to stay easy. Your leg, we're going to do a little bit of a nerve stretch here. Your right leg's going to go slightly across to the left. Woo, you're going to feel that already, maybe a little bit. And then you're going to point your foot to the left. The little sickle foot. Point your foot to the left to get a stretch along the outside of the foot, down into the calf and the leg. Release the foot, release the leg. One more time, we take the leg slightly across to the left, and then I'm going to point my toes, my pinky toe is going to roll over to the left. Woo! And then I flex back and bring the leg back, bend the knee, send your leg long along the floor. Good. Bring the other leg in, hug onto it, either shin or back of your thigh for this one. You're going to feel the opposition, so I'm pulling one leg in, I'm reaching the other leg out away, getting a little stretch here. Give me some big ankle circles here, settle into the shoulders, settle the ribs into the back. Big ankle circles. Go the other way, opening up that foot and ankle just a little bit. Okay, and then let's go ahead and bring your hands, everyone bring your hands behind your thigh, pull the leg in a little more, and then push the back of the thigh into your hand, stretch the leg up to the sky. Any amount, don't force, keep the pelvis grounded. Bend, come in, fold, press, stretch up. Bend, bring it in, press, stretch it up. 2 more times, bend, bring it in, press, stretch it up. Last one, bend, bring it in, press forward, stretch it up, stay here. You're going to find, where can I feel like I'm in a little bit of a stretch, but I'm not straining to be here. So I do need to bend my knee a little more. Do I need to bend my lengthened leg? Arms are going to be by your side. Let's take your left leg slightly to the right. And then you're going to point your toe, sickle your foot towards the right. Woo! And then flex the foot and bring the leg back. It's kind of sneaky how it kind of is really intense. Take the leg across a little bit and then point across to the other side, getting that stretch. Flex the foot back, bring it back, bend the knee, lower the leg down. Legs are long. Take your hands, slide them behind your low back. So my palms are down. And they're in that little arc of my low back. And then I'm going to let my low back kind of meet my hands. You're going to take an inhale. On our exhale, we're going to draw our chin to our chest. We look through our toes, and we're going to use our hands a little bit, and we'll bring ourselves all the way up. And I want you just to let your arms come by your side, and you're going to hang forward. Drop the head, drop the shoulders, but just kind of plop over the legs. Then we're going to inhale, stack the spine. You're going to bend your left leg. Hand is behind your thigh, okay? I'll go a little diagonal. We're going to go up on top of our sits bones. So get high on your sits bones. So let's rock a little side to side so you can get up on those sits bones. Right leg is long, and I'm going to keep my sits bones. I'm going to keep high on my sits bones, but I'm going to see, can I send my ribs back to the back of the room? And then can I pull my ribs forward and up? Exhale, could I send my ribs back to the back of the room? I'm not rounding my pelvis, it's just the rib cage. My head can look too, that's fine, but try not to move your pelvis. And then bring the ribs up and through. One more time, take the ribs back, sink the chest back, getting a little stretch in that upper back, and then pull the ribs up and through, really puff the chest. And then rest. Switch sides. Take your hands behind the other leg. Get nice and tall. High on the sits bones. Maybe you need to rock a little bit so you know where your sits bones are. Stay high. Take an inhale. Pelvis stays where it is. Could I just sink my chest back? And then can I pull my ribs forward? My arms could help a little bit, but I don't want it to be too much arms. I want it to be chest moves forward and up. And then exhale, chest goes back. Inhale, chest comes forward and up. One more time, exhale, chest goes back. Sink your ribs back. Try to stay high on the sits bones and then bring the chest forward and up. Beautiful. And then find neutral. Stretch both legs out straight. Arms straight. We're going to do a 10 count roll back. You know what? Actually, let's grab our blankets for this today. So you're going to grab your blankie and we're going to place the blankie just behind the pelvis. Okay, so make sure there's not any bumps in your blanket. And if you don't have a blanket, that's okay too. Don't do this with a pillow. If you don't have a blanket, I'll give modifications. But if you have a blanket, it gives you a little bit of support. Okay, but if you don't that's a fine too. So take it nice and tall. Your legs are active. I want reaching through the heels, and imagine your legs are glued to the ground. Take an inhale. On our exhale, it's 10 counts to roll back. We're going to curl pelvis first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms reach back. Arms are going to circle around. Bring the palms behind your low back. Take an inhale. On exhale, it's chin tuck. We're going to roll up. Look towards your feet. You get to use your hands as a little bit of support here to help press you up. And you're going to dive forward yet again. Rounding. Take the arms, reach them forward towards your feet, towards your legs. Plop over the legs. Take an inhale here. On our exhale, stack the spine nice and tall. We'll do one more for right now. Inhale, arms reach forward. Feet and legs are active. Exhale, curl pelvis. It's that tailbone under, spilling the water upwards towards your chest. That's what leads the movement. And we're going to go all the way back. I forgot to count, but we're taking our time. All the way back. Circle the arms, reach back. Circle the arms around. Bring the hands under the low back. Take an inhale. On our exhale, go chin tuck. Look towards your feet. Press with your hands. Deepen the belly and all the way up we go. We're going to hang forward. We're scooping the belly out and we're hanging up and over our legs. Let the arms just slide around to the legs and hang for a minute. Take a breath. On the exhale, stack the spine back up nice and tall. Okay, we're going to make a little mermaid seat. So maybe move our blankets to the side. We may use those again. And we're going to be in this shape. So I'm going to let's mirror me. So you'll have your left hand down here. And my right leg is stacked. Your right leg is stacked, okay? So first things first, my hand's not right close to me. It's a little bit on this kind of diagonal. And let's just let our shoulders slide up to our ear. And then from underneath your shoulder, you're going to slide back down. So when I slide my shoulder up, I'm going to let my ribs go too. And you might feel a little stretch in here. Yeah, underneath maybe. And then we're going to press. One more time. We're going to slide that shoulder up. Let it really slide up so you almost feel a stretch in these ribs. And then you're going to push wide. Now stay here. I'm going to push wide. And I'm going to lift up. And I'm going to give myself a little side stretch. We're lifting up. We're pushing the ground away. I'm pushing onto my shins. I'm reaching my ribs. And I'm going to come down and look at my hand. I'm just going to sit down into my hips. Exhale, we come up. Press. Lift. Your side body brings you up. And then we come down, and I'm going to look towards my hand. We'll do 2 more. Press up. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we sit down. I transfer my weight into my legs. Inhale, I go towards my legs to come up. Beautiful, that looks really good. And then exhale, we come down. Okay, stay here. Bring your legs to shift them around to the other side. Can we do a little shift? Can we do it at the same time? Let's do it again. Swivel to the other side. Let's see those swivels. What is she doing? I know. And then I lean back. I swivel my legs around to the other side. And I lean back a little bit, swivel around. I promise this is our last one. So we lean back, we swivel. Let's keep the legs towards the left now, or your feet to the left. Bring your right hand down. It's at a little bit of an angle. It's not too far away. You want it the slight angle from the shoulder. Legs are relatively stacked. We're going to let the underneath of your armpit slide up. Now, of course, if we're tight in our upper shoulders, which like who's not, like I'm going to feel some energy up here for sure. But can I transfer my attention somewhere else? Could I do a little bit of awareness underneath my armpit? And then from underneath my armpit, I'm going to create space. Okay, so we slide up, and then we slide down. And a lot of times we're tight in these areas because we don't get a lot of blood flow in them. We don't move them. So it can be a little uncomfortable to move it at first, but it's important to get some gentle movement in there. And the next time you press down, stay here. So I'm pressing towards my legs. I'm going to lift my hips, and I'm going to go over I go, getting some side body work, get a big stretch. And then I'm going to look at my hand. I'm going to sit towards my hips. Lift up, press away, stretch. Let that be your inhale. Exhale, we sit. Look towards your hand. Inhale, press from underneath my armpit, from my waistline. I lift myself up. And then I sit down. I look to my hand. One more time. Press up, get that side stretch, reach over, and then we come down, we sit down. Now we're going to stay on this side, we're going to lay all the way down onto our side. Moving that blanket. Okay, so you can have options with your arm, most of you know this, but just as a reminder, I can have my arm straight, I could have my arm bent, and I could grab a pillow and place it under my head, okay? So I'm going to have my arm straight, but you can decide what feels best. Now my shoulders are relatively stacked. I want to straighten the legs out long. I'm going to lift the legs a little bit and bring them slightly forward. So my top hand is going to be on the ground, and it's pressing the ground away. Now you can always bend your bottom leg if both legs feels too unstable, okay? So I'm going to try to stack the hips, try to get a little bit of that waistline lift. Your top leg is just going to lift up a little bit above hip height, and then it's just going to lower down. Let's point as we lift, flex as we lower. I'm parallel, I'm pointing, lifting, I'm flexing, lowering. So yes, and my leg is staying parallel, even though I'm adding this flex and this point. I'm going to keep I'm going to try to keep the hips long here, and the waistline lifted, okay? Lift and lower. So I'm lifting that bottom waistline a little bit off the ground. Let's do 3 more, finding your breath, and find a sense of really smooth, continuous motion. Last one like this, pointing, and we're adding that coordination of the foot, flexing. Stay here. Could I turn my toes slightly up to the sky? And I'm going to point out extra rotation. I bring my leg up. I flex, I reach my leg down. I point, lift up, and I flex and lengthen down. Your top hand could be pressing into the floor to help you stabilize. You're pointing to lift, flexing to lower. I'm slightly externally rotated. You're going to feel some hip flexor work, hopefully some glute work. Let's do 2 more. A lot of quad maybe. 1 more. All right, stay here. Go back to parallel. Bend your bottom leg for me just a little bit. Bring that leg forward. Show me your foot. Point, bring the leg behind you. Flex, bring the leg forward, fold in the hip, point, bring the leg back. Flex, and point. Nice, smooth. I want to see a smooth transition from front to back. Flex, come forward, point, reach back. Let's do 3 more. And in your mind, you're kind of in your body as you do these different motions with your legs, just kind of register, what do I like and what do I don't like so much? Oftentimes we need to kind of do some of those things that we don't like. All right, bring the leg forward and lower the leg down here. So I'm just going to lower my leg down. I'm going to take my bottom arm from underneath me. So now my bottom shoulder is out from under me. My top arm is going to reach. I'll roll my head into the ground, and then I'm going to open to a big T position. Now, I may need to adjust and bring my bottom shoulder out from under me a little bit. And then I fold back in. Inhale. We exhale, open. Let the head be heavy. Let the chest be heavy. Eyes on the ceiling. Inhale, we fold. Exhale, we open. Inhale, fold. Roll. Exhale, melt, open. Feel like there's a heaviness in the body as it opens. Last time, we inhale, fold. We exhale, open. Let's stay open. And then can you bend your top leg and then roll to your back for me? Now I'm on my back again. Interlace your hands behind your head. Make sure you align yourself up in case you need adjustments here. Elbows are going to lift. We're going to take an inhale. And on our exhale, we're going to head float up. Eyes look over the knees. My back is flush here. And then I'm going to bring one leg up tabletop. And then we're going to bring the other leg up tabletop. And we're going to glue your inner thighs together. So glue the legs together. You're going to take this stretch up to the sky. And then you're going to bend back down. Stay in your head floats. Just 3 times. Glue legs together. Take the legs up. And bring the legs down. Let's exhale as you take the legs up. Inhale as they come down. This time, exhale, take the legs up. Keep your left leg where it is. Could you send your right leg down and actually pull your left leg towards you a little bit? And then could we change? So the right leg pulls towards you, left leg goes down. And change. This could be super small. Change. Fold in your hip. Pull one leg towards you, one leg away. Use your breath. And keep going. Let's do 3 more. Pull one leg in, lengthen one leg down. Last one. And then both legs up to the sky. Bend the legs. Head floats down. Right leg down. Left leg down. Bring your arms to a T. Sway your legs towards your left. I think that was. Towards your right. And then you're going to roll back to your side. And you're going to press yourself up. And if we did it on the reverse, that's okay. And then you're just going to swivel around. Let's just make sure now we go towards lay on our other side. Okay, so you're going to be laying on your other side. Shoulders are stacked. Hips are stacked. Legs are long. They're reaching away from you. Make sure you're one long line. Then lift your legs up a little bit and then just bring them slightly forward. So they're a slight diagonal in front of you. Just a little bit for today. Your waistline is lifted off the ground. Okay, and your top hand can be on the floor and it could be pressing the floor away. We're going to stay parallel first. Could we lift and point and flex and lower? I'm going to reach my leg away from me as I lift it. I'm going to reach the leg away from me as I lower. I'm coordinating my foot with my motion, which can get confusing, believe it or not. We're lifting and pointing. We're flexing and lowering. Can my bottom leg be active as well? Could it press into the ground as I lift and lower my top leg? Point and lift, flex and lower. It doesn't have to be high either. I'd like it to be slightly above your hip, but if it needs to be a little lower, that's fine too. We'll do one more. Okay. Let's go slight external rotation. Not big. It's not going to be very big. I'm going to roll my inner thigh up to the sky a little bit. It can be slight. I'm going to point and lift up here. It's going to be a little different positioning. I'm going to flex and lower down of your hip joint. I'm lifting and I'm lowering. Lift and lower. Lift. Beautiful. Lower. And lift. And lower. A couple more. Notice if it's easier or harder on this side. Let's do 2 more. And where you feel it on this side is different than the other side. We're different side to side. It's not a bad thing. We just want to observe and notice. Bring up and down. Now pause here. Slightly bend your bottom leg, parallel that top leg again. Can we swing it forward? And then can we swing it back? Swing it forward. Notice how I'm allowing my body to respond to the swing a little bit. That's okay. Let the body a little bit respond to the swing of your leg. Breathing. Find your breath. 2 more. 1 more. Bring the leg forward. Flex the foot. Lower it down. Your bottom arm comes forward as well. Your shoulder comes out from under you. Your head is hanging. If you need to, put a little. If you have your pillow, it could help you here too. If it feels like the ground's far away. Your top arm's going to reach past your bottom fingers. Your head rolls. Inhale. Exhale. We open. Now, I don't have to touch the floor with my arm that's opening. My arm's not. So don't force it. Just feel like we could get a stretch and an opening from the upper back, maybe our hip, lots of things happening here, and then we fold back in. Inhale. Exhale, we open, head rolls, chest rolls open. Inhale, fold. Exhale, open. 2 more times. Inhale, fold. Let your head roll, exhale, open. 1 more time. Inhale, fold. Let's exhale, open. Let's stay open like we did before. We're going to bend that top leg. We're going to roll onto our backs. Find your backs. Bring our arms by our sides. Take your right leg, place it across your right ankle, across your left thigh. So in that figure 4 position. I'm going to have my pinky finger facing down. My shoulders are on the ground. We're going to do 4, maybe 5 actually. We're going to 5 bridges here. So your left foot's in charge. Your left leg's going to press your pelvis up. Any amount. It could be super small, okay? And then we're going to lengthen back down. Neutral bridge. That's 1. Press the ground away. Lift the pelvis up. And lower down. 2. Press. Lower down. 3. Find your foot. It could be very small. Maybe you just get a little bit off the ground. That's fine too. Lift pelvis. Lower down. Last one. Push down. Lift up. Hold for a moment. Find that stretch of your leg forward. And then lengthen back down. Okay, we're just going to switch sides. Bring the right leg down. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Your hips are squared off. You're in this figure 4 position. Arms are pressing. Tap your right foot a little bit, and then your right foot presses down. Lift up, and I'm lifting. I'm reaching away. So I'm not arching in my back to get high. My tailbone's under me. I'm lifting the pubic bone up. Okay? And that way we can get a long spine position. And then I'm lengthening back down. Press from your foot. Lift the pubic bone up. Yes. And then lengthen down. 2. Arms are pressing as well. We have 3. Press with the foot. Doesn't have to be high. You want to stay in your leg, okay? Stay in your glutes and your leg. And press to lift. Lower down. Let's do 1 more. We'll hold for a moment. Press down. Lift the pubic bone up. Tailbone is under you. Remember that pelvic motion we started with in class? You get to incorporate that everywhere. So tailbone is under, spilling the water towards your chest. Breathe here. Take another moment. And then lengthen back down. Uncross the legs. Interlace your hands behind the head. Little oblique work here. We're going to lift the elbows. Pelvis stays on the ground. We're going to take our right elbow across towards the left knee. The left knee is going to come in. We're going to meet somewhere maybe in the middle here. And then we're going to go back down. Let's stay on this diagonal for 6 times. We're going to come across, exhale. Inhale, back down. Make sure we're not pulling the neck, but we're taking the rib across towards the hip. And across to the hip. lifting up. We rotate a little bit towards that left shoulder. I get to roll over towards my left shoulder a little bit as I come up. I think I lost count. Let's do one more. Beautiful. And down you go. Take an inhale here. We're going to go across to the other side. So I'm going to take left across to the right. Woo, and one side might be different than the other. And I'm rolling a little over towards that right shoulder. So not only am I getting a little bit of my obliques here, but I'm actually creating a nice spiral motion from my spine. How about two more? How about one more? Beautiful. All the way down. Stretch your legs long. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Take an inhale here. On our exhale, it's chin tuck. Look, start to roll up. Look towards your toes. Woo! Use your hands when you need to. Your abs might be a little tight, so it might be a little hard. Rolling forward over the legs. Let the arms slide by your sides and reach towards your shins or your feet. Just hang the head, shake the head no. And then roll up nice and tall all the way up. We're going to go to high kneeling. Come to a little high kneeling for a little wrist stretch before we do a little bit on our hands. Okay, so you're in high kneeling. And you can have your blanket under your knees if you need more comfort. When I'm in high kneeling, just a little note, I'm not resting on my kneecaps. I'm back towards my shins, towards my feet. I'm in front, I'm behind the kneecap, I'm not on it, okay? You can also do this standing. But let's go hands like this, chest is wide. Show me all your fingers, like spread those hands wide. And then we're gonna go, thumb comes in, fingers come in, and we're gonna reach knuckles to the ground. Feels kind of weird with the thumb in first. Then we're gonna go fingers, thumb, everything comes back, and we reach your fingers towards your shoulders for a little stretch. Now we'll go fingers come in, thumb goes on top, reach knuckles to the ground. That feels probably more familiar, right? And then we can spread the fingers, bring your fingertips towards your shoulder. One more time, we're gonna go thumb in, fingers over, knuckles to the ground. Reach fingers wide, spread them back towards your shoulders. And then let's go fingers down, thumb on top, knuckles to the ground. And reach back, fingers towards your shoulders. Now from here, we're going to press forward, just with our arms. Press, press, press. And then can I get my shoulders to press wide? And then I'm going to pull, bend elbows, pull hands back, draw your shoulder blades on your back. We're going to press arms, shoulder blades go forward. We're going to bend elbows, shoulder blades squeeze onto my back. My spine is staying long, right? I'm going to press my arms, and then I'm going to push shoulder blades wide. And then I'm going to pull my arms back, and I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together on my back. Just do one more. We're going to push, 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 push. Shoulder blades go wide. Then I'm going to pull, 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 pull. Shoulder blades squeeze on my back. And then we lengthen down. Take your hands. A little work in the wrists, hopefully, already. Okay, let's go down to the ground. So let's go ahead to all fours, hands and knees. Okay, so we're going to do a little inner thigh stretch today. So we're going to take that right leg out to the side. So you're in this, I think I'm a diagonal, you can see, yeah? Okay, so hands are under the shoulders, and my foot is parallel for now. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep, and I'm going to go directly side for you. I'm going to keep my spine as long as I can. And I just want you, can you curl tailbones under? So oftentimes when we're here, we're kind of in a rounded position. But then could I take my tailbone even a little bit up and back? What does that feel like? Could I curl tailbone under a little bit? And then could I take my tailbone up and back? Curl tailbone under. Move from the pelvis. Take tailbone back. And then could I keep my sits bones wide, keep my tailbone back, up a little bit, and then could I slide back? And then could I slide forward? Could I rock back, press with my hands? Could I slide back? And then could I pull myself forward a little bit? And press and slide back. And pull yourself forward. Let's do two more. Hopefully getting a little bit of inner thigh stretch. If you feel anything in your knee, you can adjust your foot to be a little external rotation if that feels better. Or don't go as far, okay? One more time, slide back. And then we slide forward, and then give me a round spine. So you're neutral. I'm in between my hands and my legs. I'm going to tuck pelvis. I'm going to drop my head. I'm pushing with my arms. I'm in a round spine position. And then I'm going to go long. I'm going to open up the chest, let my sits bones go wide. We'll just do 2 more like this. Exhale, curl, round. Inhale, extend, lengthen through the spine. One more time. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend through the spine. And then find neutral. Give me a neutral spine. Come down onto your left forearm. Right hand is still on the ground. Left forearm down. Something familiar we're going to do. So this is a little challenging because we're going to ask that this outer hip really works for us. So I'm going to lean away a little bit, and I'm going to lift my leg. It doesn't have to be high. It's going to go all the way around to neutral. So here now my hips are facing the ground. I'm going to come back with my leg, and I'm going to lower it down. We're going to do 5 like that. I'm going to lift, take my leg all the way around till it's parallel. My toes are facing the ground. I'm going to go back the way I came and lower down. And 3, lift, take the leg around, bring it back, lower down. 2 more. We lift, take it around, bring it back, lower down. Last time, lift, take the leg around, bring it back, lower down. This time we're changing up. We'll lift the leg, take it around, reach it back, come up to both hands being long. From here, take an inhale. On your exhale, bring your knee to your forehead, round in. Feel your belly pull you in. Inhale, lengthen out long. Exhale, pull everything in. Round to center. Round, round, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull in. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull in. Last time, inhale, it's a slow burn. You're probably feeling some work about now. Exhale, that combination. Pull in, hold it in. You're rounded. You're pushing your arms. You're pulling your thigh up into your belly. And then relax down. Give me a little froggy position with your legs. Walk your hands way forward, a little rest pose. Send your heart to the ground. Forehead can rest. My pelvises can be up in the ground or up to the sky. If it's too much, I can slide back a little bit. Take a breath or 2 here. Forehead's on the ground. I'm in my little dome shape. My fingertips are off my little tent hands. I'm on my fingertips. And again, modify as needed. If I need to go back, if that feels better, I can. Okay? 1 more breath here. Let your mid-back, your heart drop to the ground. Remember, let's go ahead and relax the hands. Slide back towards your pelvis. We're going to roll all the way up to your high kneeling again. Rolling all the way up. Your legs will come together. We're going to go into a little bit of thigh stretch 4 times. Body is long. We inhale, lean back towards the shins. Arms will go forward, shins press. I come back up. That's just 1. Inhale, we lean back. Find your shins. Exhale, press your shins, come up. 2. Inhale, lean. Press. 3. 1 more time. Inhale, lean. Press. 4. Inhale, bring the arms up. Let's exhale, roll down. Hollow out the belly. We're rolling down this time, a big dive. All the way down till we come to our fingertips, then our hands, and then our left leg goes out to the side. Okay? Parallel for now, and then all you're going to do is move the pelvis first. So can I curl tailbone? And then can I take the tailbone up and back? So it's hard to think about the spilling of the water here, but in a sense, we're pulling the pubic bone up towards our chest as we curl, and then you're taking your pubic bone back. And curl under. It might be hard, one hip might be tighter than the other, and so it might feel a little different than the other side. Okay, 1 more time. Curl under, and then go back. Could we keep that tailbone up and back a little bit, and then could I slide back? Could I slide forward? Could I slide back? Could I slide forward? I do miss hearing people's grunts or like moans or like sounds or like, oh, that feels good. I miss that. I'm imagining, making up stories that you guys are really loving this. Okay, slide back and then slide forward. All right, one more time. We slide back. We slide forward. Find neutral. That's round. Give me that cat or a cow. I always confuse the two, but we're gonna do both. So this could be your cat, I guess. And then inhale, open the chest. Can I get my pelvis back? I'm a little tight on this side, so it's not gonna go as far. Exhale, round. Take it your time. Don't push into anything. Let it be more subtle to begin with. It's always a good way to go. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Last time, exhale, round. Inhale, extend. And then neutral, find a neutral position. So abdominals in, my spine is long. Come down onto your right forearm. I lean a little to the right so I can lift my left leg up, and I'm going to take it around, and then it's going to parallel to the ground. And then I'm going to go back. It's going to come around and lower down. We lift it up. It could be small. It could barely lift off the ground. That's okay, as long as you can find that muscular action to do it, and then come it down. And it might be hard, because this is a big 360 movement of our hip. Well, maybe we're moving that hip in a big circular motion, which also is going to challenge these hip muscles and our core. We got two more. Coming around, lower down. Again, it can be small. Fine with me. Come around, bring it down. Let's do one more. Lift it up. Find your muscle, your glute to lift the leg. Find parallel. Can we stay here? Come up to both hands. Here we go. We're going to add this exhale. Pull knee to forehead, forehead to knee. I'm hollowing, lifting up through my belly. And then inhale, take it out long. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, pull in. Hollow. Inhale, lengthen out. Two more. Exhale, pull in. What pulls you in? The belly draws up. Pull, pull, pull. Inhale, lengthen out. This time we'll hold. Exhale, pull up and in. Press your hands. Pull your thigh up to the belly. Hollow. And lower down. Give me that little froggy stance again. And take your arms forward. And drop the forehead. I'd love if you could come up onto your fingertips. But this time sit the pelvis back a little more. Let it be a little more easeful here. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. And then take another inhale. And on our exhale, can you curl the tailbone under you? And can we roll up to sit kind of in this little frog position for a moment? And we're up. Bring your knees a little closer together. Knees a little closer together. And we're going to go into a little roll down here. So we're if this doesn't feel good, you can go high kneeling, because sitting for some might be a little challenging. So my arms are relaxed. I'm going to go chin to chest. I'm going to roll down towards my knees. I'm going to curl. Let my shoulders hang. You're going to roll. Try to keep your pelvis on your seat on your heels. You get to the ground, maybe your forehead touches, and then you're going to roll yourself back up. And when I come up, I'm coming all the way up. This is challenging. And I'm going to lift my chest, lift my eyes, and lean up and back a little bit. And then exhale, we go chin tuck. Roll forward. Rounding down. Inhale. On your exhale, roll up. Rolling up. I'm going to come all the way through the spine. I lift my chest. I lift my eyes. I lean back a little bit. And then I'm curling down. Make this motion, it's like a wave-like motion through your spine, through your center. Make it doable for you. You're rolling up through the spine. Here, I can make this lift very small. I'm just going to do one more. Or I can make it bigger if it feels good, right? If it feels like it's opening the front of the body. One more time. Roll forward. Roll down. Maybe forehead touches. To come up, you draw your belly up into your spine. Roll back up. I lift to the sky with my chest and my eyes. And then I'm going to come neutral. Give me one plank. You're going to do forearm plank. Come onto your forearm. Take your legs back behind you. Let's have the legs a little bit wider today, so shoulder width distance. And you could also be on knees, okay? Knees is fine. Find whatever feels best. Draw belly in and up. Think of connecting between your ribs and your hips. Engage your legs, engage your glutes. We're going to hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower knees down. Bring them under. Sit back. Roll up all the way to high kneeling. Come up to standing, please. Finish off with a little standing. Okay, so bring your feet under you. Inhale, arms reach up, stretch up to the sky. Feel your feet on the ground. Big stretch. Exhale, arms down and eyes forward. Inhale, reach up. Look up. Exhale, come down. Keep the arms here. Lift your heels a little bit. Give me a little bounce. Your body is straight up and down. My legs are long, and I'm just going to look forward, and I'm going to create a little bounce. It's a little hard. If it feels like you're falling over, you can drop the heels and just do. Let's actually all do this too. Keep your heels on the ground. Now my knees are bent, and I'm a little more stable, all right? So there's 2 options. Shake your hands, shake your elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Close your eyes. Hands together in front of your heart in that gratitude prayer, a grateful position. And thank you guys for coming. Thanks